UT students marched to the state capitol to raise awareness for health resolution. We'll let you know what they had to say.
Texas's largest 10K brings thousands to Austin for a run across the city. Learn one runner's secret to coming back every year.
The first ever Two-Step In Music Festival brought in a sold-out crowd. Tune in to see who performed at the event. Reporting Texas TV starts now. Good evening, I'm Miranda Casares.
And I'm Grant Rommel.
A man carrying a toy rifle around West Campus last night was found this morning. This all started yesterday around 5:15 p.m. UTPD received reports of a suspicious person walking around the 2800 block of San Gabriel. 2 incident notifications were sent to students stating no arrest will be made since there was no criminal offense. UTPD insists there is no ongoing threat to the community and to be aware of misinformation on social media.
Students marched to the state capitol to spread awareness on unequal access to health care.
They're part of a national movement who are pushing for lawmakers to act on resolution. Reporting Texas TV's Michelle Tamayo attended the march and is live with us in studio.
At the state capitol, students focused on sharing the emotional side of living a life where hospitals and medical bills are a weekly occurrence. They hope to catch the attention of citizens and lawmakers through their vulnerability and posters.
Healthcare is a human right! Healthcare is a human right! Healthcare is a human right!
About 20 students from the UT organization called Partners in Health Engage settled in front of the Capitol speaking about their experiences with the healthcare system.
My mom is a United States Army veteran, but she's also chronically ill. And so I spent my entire childhood just in and out of hospital waiting rooms and by her bedside.
The U.S. House and Senate in Washington, D.C. reintroduced a health resolution last month. It acts as a guide for future health policy by proposing changes on how the government spends money and allocates medical resources.
It's what solidarity looks like.
These students say the resolution is necessary because it will increase government spending and finance the gap for lower-income communities. Medical professionals say they're also frustrated with the current healthcare system.
It's sad to show up and have someone be in a life-threatening medical emergency, and the first thing they ask you isn't, am I going to be okay? It's, am I going to be able to pay for this? Do you take my insurance?
But at the end of the day, this is the legislation that we want representatives to be paying attention to.
Right now, no Texas lawmaker is backing the resolution despite other states getting behind it. But Partners in Health Engage hope that changes. Partners in Health Engage are mobilizing across the state through advocacy and fundraising to promote the resolution and bring about global change. Live in the studio, Michelle Tamayo reporting Texas TV.
The Austin Department of Public Safety is on high alert after someone called saying they placed a pipe bomb inside the Texas State Capitol on Sunday. DPS had the building evacuated at 5 p.m. and swept the area with K-9 units. 2.5 hours later, they gave the all clear. Authorities are still investigating the threat. There are no leads on the caller.
Friends and family of Garrett Foster are honoring his memory with a new memorial located in downtown Austin. This follows the recent news where a jury found Sergeant Daniel Perry guilty of murder after he shot and killed Foster in 2020 during a Black Lives Matter protest. 3 years after his death, the Foster family has decided to rebuild this memorial at 4th Street and Congress. The goal is to keep the focus away from the political nature surrounding the case.
Everyone took that trauma and they just turned it into fighting spirit. As horrible as it is, at the end of the day, what it did is it brought us together because we can't see anything like this happen again.
Foster's family and friends say they hope to honor his memory by celebrating his life and values that include justice and fighting for what's right.
Over the weekend, vandals broke into Walsh Middle School in Round Rock. The principal says a third of the classrooms had flood damage after vandals broke several wash stations in the science labs. Campus reopened on Tuesday and the STAR exam was rescheduled. Round Rock ISD and police are still working to identify who vandalized the school.
Austin ISD has around 150 open jobs and they need teachers. That's why last Saturday the district hosted a career fair. 97 people were hired on the spot. Pay for teachers starts at $52,000. there are stipends and bonuses for bilingual and special education teachers.
A lot of faith back into our public school system. We need great people here. Our students need wonderful mentors. We need people that care, and Austin ISD is the place to be.
Over 360 people showed up at the career fair.
Police recovered another body from Lady Bird Lake this past weekend. First responders found a 30-year-old man near Longhorn Dam on Saturday after responding to an urgent call. The man was pronounced dead on the scene. This is the fourth body found in Lady Bird Lake this year. Austin police suspect no foul play.
There was less room to tailgate at this weekend's Longhorn spring game. The Capitol Mall, which is located between MLK Jr. Boulevard and 16th Street, opened at the start of this year. The street became a grassy area with walkways. The State Board of Preservation put a notice saying tailgating is not allowed. This was the first UT football game since this area opened. A well-known mural stays up after a building is torn down. We'll take you there next after the break.
And later, we'll check in on Longhorn Baseball's climb up the rankings. Stay tuned for more.
There are a lot of words I would use to describe my daughter. Kind, strong, hilarious. When I think about how much she's experienced in her life, on a journey that we're now on together as a family,
I'll make you something to eat, okay?
we can't help but be inspired by her every day.
Hey, Mom, we're about to start the movie. Oh, yeah, I'll be right there. Okay.
So really, we are the lucky ones. Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember. You threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
The iconic Hi, How Are You mural survived demolition this past weekend. It remains standing on a lone wall for the public to view on 21st Street by the UT campus. American Campus says it plans to preserve the mural and reincorporate it into the new building. The piece promotes mental wellness and inclusion and was declared a cultural landmark in 2014. The largest 10K in Texas happened on Sunday.
Over 17,000 runners hit the pavement. Reporter Avery Huff is live in the newsroom to tell us all about it.
With live music, bouncy houses, and tons of support from the locals, Cap10K was a runner's paradise.
Cap10K kicked off bright and early on the Congress Avenue Bridge with 17,000 people in attendance. The event hosted 8 live bands to keep runners motivated. Jeff Simachek is the race director and says it's like throwing a party for tens of thousands of his closest friends.
We just really want to make it, as Austin as it gets. And so I fight tooth and nail to make sure that we don't lose that flavor. Otherwise, you could be running a race in any city, and that's not what the Cap10K is about.
Austin did not disappoint. Friends, family, and the community showed up to support the runners. And many runners didn't hesitate to keep Austin weird with their costumes.
The beneficiary of this race today is the Mike and Sherry Project. Established in 2019, their mission is to provide accessible mental health services to bar and restaurant workers across Austin.
Texas Running Club member Michaela Cawthorn ran with her dad, who first ran Cap10K in 1985.
He's been running, avidly since then, and when I got old enough, then I started, I was finally able to join him. So this is just I guess a tradition that we do together.
While Cawthorn and her dad look forward to their new tradition, 26 people ran the Cap10K for the 46th time since the race began back in 1978.
I spoke to Charles Scheib, one of the all-years runners, and he says the key to running for 46 years in a row is consistency and taking it slow and steady. Live in the newsroom, Avery Huff reporting Texas TV.
A local nonprofit is helping Texans get access to nutritious and affordable food. The Green Corn Project teaches kids how to grow organic food to educate them about healthy eating. The nonprofit installs gardens at elementary schools in impoverished areas in Austin. They plan events called Dig-Ins, where volunteers help plant gardening beds on site for people in need.
And our mission is to help low-income communities, individuals, and communities at large grow food for themselves that don't have access to that food.
Season until they feel confident enough to do it on their own. At school, teachers use the gardens for educational purposes and send the produce home with the students.
Looking forward to going out this weekend? All you need to know about the weather, we're expecting next.
How an Austin organization is keeping the city clean, one piece of trash at a time.
Donating pet food can keep families together. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
There's just something special about this place. It feels like home. A living room under the sky and trees.
I know, right?
The fresh air and the vast expanse of green, all here for us to enjoy and to care for. We have a responsibility to look after this earth we call home, to preserve it for generations to come. Every small action contributes to a bigger change, and every one of us can make a difference. The forest feels like home, a place where memories are made, and together we can preserve and protect it.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is me? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes. Look at that. You didn't even turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you got to get it trending.
No, you're doing it wrong.
Let's go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
We've seen pretty much everything this week, weather-wise.
Yeah, I mean, one day it's hot, the next it's cold, and one morning it's pouring, and then there's not a cloud in the sky in the evening.
Well, the only thing that's predictable about Austin weather is that it's going to be unpredictable. But we'll give it a try anyways. Let's take a look outside. As you can see right now, things are looking pretty cloudy out there. There is a little sun poking through, but please, please, please do not let that fool you. We've had rain on and off all day today, but the good news is, if the old saying is true, these April showers should bring some beautiful Mayflowers. And this cloudy weather is not going away anytime soon. We've got a bit of a storm brewing right now.
As you can see, we'll probably have some thunderstorms later this evening. We've hit a high of 75 degrees and we'll drop about 10 degrees as the sun sets. Now, these thunderstorms are expected to be severe, so please keep an eye on the forecast and be prepared if things start to get bad. You may even want to move your car. There is a chance for hail as it gets cold later tonight. But if you were looking to go out and celebrate the last full week of classes, don't worry. You'll have a chance tomorrow night. We're expecting mostly clear skies with low temperatures of around 52 degrees and a high of around 80. And get this, there is only a 6% chance of rain during the evening, so you won't have to worry about getting caught in the rain while you're out and about. Overall, it's looking like Friday night is going to be a really lovely weather for celebrating everything that you've accomplished this semester. As we move into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday will be a little bit cooler with highs in the high 60s to mid 70s and a chance of scattered thunderstorms. Much like finals, Monday will look like a little bit of a mixed bag. We'll see partly cloudy skies and maybe even some isolated thunderstorms. But temperatures will climb back to around 79 degrees, so it should be a pretty comfortable day overall. Tuesday through Thursday, we'll see mostly cloudy skies and temperatures hovering around the low 80s, with overnight lows in the 50s to low 60s. All in all, we're looking at a pretty typical spring week here in Austin.
But you said something about possibly hail?
That is right, Grant. We might have some hail tonight. It's looking like it could be as large as golf balls. So if you're worried about your car getting dented, please find a way to move it inside.
Glad I've got a parking garage.
Me too.
But the good news is Saturday is going to be looking up. It's going to be even prettier than last week when we had that crazy game.
Next, Texas Orange versus White spring game. Find out which team won.
And Georgetown gets its own country music festival. More news after the break.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were also 273 days of planning. What about your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. And let's not forget those barbecues you plan in detail for your family and your more vegetarian by the day best friends. That surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
You budget. You pay bills.
Yet somehow, women like you, like me,
are 80% more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to save ourselves by setting a goal to save 2% more of our income for our retirement.
Why 2? 1% honors you.
And 1% honors all womankind.
So come on, learn more about the 2% challenge at WeSaySaveIt.org.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
With this week's update on Texas sports. Saturday was a busy day on UT's campus. Texas football ended their spring practice on Saturday with the highly anticipated orange and white scrimmage. Arch Manning showed his ability to scramble for yardage under pressure, and Malik Murphy flashed his power with a perfect delivery to Jonte Cook for a 79-yard touchdown pass.
Sometimes, we can rush to judgment on where guys are at. I think it's pretty clear to say, Quinn's our starting quarterback, and we feel very good about that. But I don't ever want to take the stinger of these other guys that they're not competing for something.
Quinn Ewers proved that he has continued to develop as a strong quarterback, completing 15 of 20 passes on Saturday. But the starting job for the fall still seems up for grabs. The white team won the game, beating the orange team 21-10. Also on Saturday, both the men's and women's tennis teams won Big 12 regular season titles here on the 40 acres. The number 10 ranked women's team clinched their title with a 6-1 win over Baylor for their 12th Big 12 title in program history. The number 1 ranked and undefeated men's team secured their title with a 5-2 victory over TCU for their 10th title in program history. The Big 12 Tennis Championship starts today and will continue throughout the weekend. Texas baseball moved up 5 spots in the rankings this week, now standing at number 14 in the country. The Horns secured the series win this past weekend against Baylor and a win last night against Abilene Christian. Texas run-ruled the Wildcats 20-0 in only 6.5 innings. 9 different players got hits last night, and the pitching staff only gave up 2 hits.
I mean, from where we started on day one, having a tough opening weekend in Globe Life in Arlington, I think where we are today, we've come a long way. Just all the young kids on the team maturing and just growing together as a team and just learning more about each other each and every day. I feel like that's helping us play better on the field.
Texas will host rival Oklahoma this weekend, where they hope to keep their number 1 ranking in Big 12 play. Man, I hope that they beat OU by 20 this weekend.
I mean, that'd be nice, but you know, maybe Oklahoma's a little bit better. But I mean, if they aren't, you know, I'd be happy to go for 30. Maybe.
Yeah. Yes. Well, let's hope they at least score 30. Are y'all going to any of the games Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
I can't this weekend. What about you?
Not me, but I'll definitely be watching. Looking for a master hairstylist? Tune in to see Austin's very own hairstylist win an award.
And see how Austinites are celebrating Earth Month by keeping the city green. We'll be right back.
Learn to cough and sneeze with your pal Grover. Step 1. Realize you're about to sneeze. Step 2. Move your elbow toward your nose and mouth. Step 3. Gesundheit. 1, 2, 3. Remember to cough and sneeze into your arm or elbow and not your hands.
More than 500 million pieces of litter are thrown onto Texas highways and beaches each year.
But if every person in Texas picked up just 2 pieces of trash each month, our roads would be litter-free in 1 year.
And we need to take care of our coastline and marine life too. Please join Adopt a Beach and help keep our state's 367 miles of beach trash-free.
Let's all do our part to keep trash off our roads and beaches. Don't mess with Texas and Adopt a Beach, keeping Texas beautiful for 30 years.
Recently, I've had a friend who has sort of appeared to be sort of like a shell of herself. She's a very vibrant and amazing woman and always has been, but recently she's become very reclusive.
If it's like a close friend, I'll notice they're like not acting like themselves. Like maybe they'll be like quiet. Maybe they like will have a weird change of behavior.
The most powerful thing is us being able to read between the lines, not assume that because someone's posting that they're okay, and actually getting to know people on a deeper level and asking them how they are. That simple step, that simple action can help so many people in our communities, families, and groups of friends.
$30,000 people packed together at San Gabriel Park in Georgetown last Saturday. It was all for Two Step In Country Music Festival. The event was sold out on its inaugural night. While Georgetown has a population that is a fraction of Austin's, natives say they were shocked to see this in their hometown.
Like, it's crazy. It's a completely different town, I think, than when I grew up in. I mean, you can see the changes starting and all that, but now, like, it's been exploding.
Several big names in the music industry showed out. Tanya Tucker, Tyler Childers, and even Diplo performed at the festival. This was the first year the event was held, and it's unknown if it will return next year.
An Austin hairdresser is recognized across the continent. Co-owner of Ruiz Salon, Alan Ruiz, won Master Stylist of the Year. at the North American Hairstyling Awards. This is his 4th time winning. Luis has worked every New York Fashion Week since 2000 and has been recognized as one of the top 10 Latino hairdressers in America. This month is Earth Month, and Austinites are taking action.
Reporting Texas TV's Theo Werner is live in the studio with more on how the community is keeping Austin beautiful.
Grant, it's a sight all too familiar. Our favorite parks and nature spots taken over by trash and debris. Well, one organization is fighting back. The group Keep Austin Beautiful is doing just that.
Austin is known for its stunning hills and gorgeous trails, but it's easy to be distracted by the discarded remnants of an urban area.
A lot of your favorites, Whataburger, Coca-Cola, plenty of soft drinks.
Chris Plummer is picking up trash at Roy G. Guerrero Park in East Austin. He's finding a lot of trash on the shore of Lady Bird Lake.
Even if there's trash cans close by, there's still trash in the area around it. I just sometimes don't get it.
Each year, hundreds of volunteers gather across the city for Keep Austin Beautiful Day. This year, they're spread out at about 100 different sites around the city.
So the city doesn't have the resources, it looks like, to pick up all these little things. So I think it's super important for us to be part of, A, something bigger, and B, to help out the city and, like I said, keep this place beautiful. I mean, it's gorgeous.
While this is the organization's biggest event, they hold a number of cleanup days throughout the year.
Basically, anybody that's interested, just go to Keep Austin Beautiful to the website, and you can sign up and register and volunteer. It's free, and you help the parks.
Last year on Keep Austin Beautiful Day, volunteers picked up nearly 16,000 pounds of trash.
A lot of us enjoy the Austin parks and all the green space that we're lucky to have in the city. And if we don't clean it up, if we don't keep it in a usable condition, things start to fall into disrepair.
These events are not only a way to help the community, but also a great opportunity to meet other volunteers in the area. For more information on how to sign up, visit reportingtexas.com. Live in the studio, Theo Werner, Reporting Texas TV.
Thanks for joining us tonight on Reporting Texas TV. This is your last show, isn't it?
Well, it's not just mine, it's all the seniors in here. So guys, how about y'all come on out? And, yeah. So we just wanted to say thank you to all of our fellow classmates and obviously our professor, Dr. Kate.
And congratulations to y'all.
Yeah, congratulations, guys. So, anything else we want to say? No? Well,
all right.
How about we get a little hookup? If you'd like to check out any of our stories or our newscasts, please visit reportingtexas.com. Good night and thank you.